Have you ever been to a salon or barber shop and suddenly forgot the words to explain exactly what you want? Like, do I say trim or cut? And how do I ask for a fade exactly?
Oh, yes, that moment when your English feels like it's hiding somewhere. It's so common to get stuck, even if you know the basics. Today, we're going to clear up all that confusion.
Right, many learners struggle with salon and barbershop vocabulary, especially because the words sound simple, but people use them in very specific ways.
By the end of this episode, you will confidently talk about your hairstyle, describe what you want, and understand the stylist perfectly. No more awkward pointing or guessing.
Welcome back to my channel, Mr. English Studio.
Hi, everyone. I'm excited because today we're diving into something very practical. English you can use right away when you visit a salon or barbershop.
Exactly. Emily, have you ever had tricky moments ordering a haircut in English?
Oh, yes. Sometimes it's tough to explain the details clearly, especially when the stylist asks, "How short do you want it?" or "Do you want layers?" The words can be confusing.
Let's make it easy today. First, imagine you walk into a barbershop. What do you say to start the conversation?
The simplest way is to greet and then describe what you want. For example, "Hi, I'd like a haircut, please." Easy and polite, right?
Yes, and after that, you might want to explain the style. Do you know how to say trim?
Trim means to cut just a little bit off, to neaten or tidy your hair without changing the style much. For example, "Can you trim the ends, please?"
Great. And what about cut?
That means you want to actually reduce the length or change your hairstyle, like, "I want a short haircut," or "Please cut my hair to shoulder length."
So trim is light and cut is more serious. What if someone wants to describe layers?
Layers mean cutting hair at different lengths to give it volume or texture. You can say, "I want layered hair to add volume."
Now, a very common question stylists ask is, how short do you want it?
This can be tricky if you don't have the right words. You can answer with simple measurements, "Just a little short," "About 1 inch off," or "Please cut it very short, almost shaved."
Speaking of shaved, do you know how to say a style where the sides are very short and the top is longer?
Yes, that's called a fade or an undercut. You can say, "I want a fade on the sides and keep some length on top."
Very useful. Now, here's a question for our listeners. Which hairstyle words do you already know? Trim, cut, layers, fade. Type your answer in the comments.
Another tip, when you want to describe texture or how you want your hair to look, words like neat, messy, wavy, or curly are helpful. Like, "Please make it neat," or "I want it to look a bit messy."
That's a good point, Emily. Sometimes it's also about how your hair feels or behaves, right?
Exactly. You might say, "I want my hair softer," or "Can you make my curls more defined?"
Let's try a quick practice exercise. Repeat after me. I'd like a trim, please.
"I want an undercut with a fade on the sides."
Please cut my hair to shoulder length.
"Can you add layers to my hair?"
These sentences will really help you sound natural and clear in your next salon visit.
Remember the most important part of this discussion, how to answer detailed questions from your stylist, will come at the end of the video, so stay tuned.
Meanwhile, we hope you're getting comfortable with these basic salon terms. Which of these phrases do you think you'll use the most? Let us know.
Before we move on, here's a little story from me. Once I asked for a shortcut instead of short haircut, and the stylist laughed softly because that phrase sounds a bit strange in English.
That's a perfect reminder. Small differences in words matter. We'll help you avoid those little mistakes.
I love that. Okay, shall we get ready to explore more vocabulary and common questions next?
Absolutely. But first, if you enjoyed this introduction so far, get ready for more because it only gets better.
And we're making salon conversations easy, natural, and fun for you.
And don't worry, we'll help you sound like a pro by the end of this episode.
So, ready for chapter 2?
Let us know, but for now, that's chapter 1 done.
See you soon.
Thanks for listening.
So, Emily, let's get into today's salon vocabulary in more detail. What phrases do stylists usually use when they ask about how you want your hair?
Great question, James. One common phrase is, "How do you want your hair today?" They want you to describe your preferred style clearly. For example, I want to keep it short, or please leave it a little longer on top.
That sounds straightforward, but what about when they ask, do you want it tapered or blunt?
Ah, yes. Tapered means the hair gradually gets shorter toward the edges, creating a soft finish. Blunt means a straight, even cut with no layers or fading. So you can say, I want a tapered cut, or please make it blunt at the ends.
I think many learners don't know these words, but they're very useful. What else do stylists say?
Another is, do you want your hair washed before the cut?
Good one. And how would you answer that?
You could say, yes, please wash it. Or, no, I just want a dry cut. Simple and clear.
What about describing hair length? Sometimes I hear people say medium length or long hair. Is there a better way?
Those are good, but you can also be specific, like shoulder length, chin length, or buzz cut if it's very short. Buzz cut means shaving hair very close to the scalp.
Got it. And I hear the phrase bangs or fringe a lot. What do these mean?
Bangs and fringe mean the hair cut straight across the forehead. Americans say bangs, while British people say fringe. So if you want hair across your forehead, you say, I want bangs, or I want a fringe.
Interesting. Now, Emily, what about the products stylists use? Can you introduce some vocabulary people should know when talking about shampoo or styling?
Sure, you can ask for shampoo, conditioner, or hair serum. If you want your hair to be styled, say, can you style my hair with gel or mousse? Gel makes hair stiff and shiny. Mousse adds volume and softness.
I see. And is it okay to ask for help choosing products?
Absolutely. You can say, what shampoo do you recommend for dry hair? Or do you have something to make my hair shiny?
Perfect. Now let's try a little role play. I'll be the customer and you the stylist.
Great idea.
Hi, I'd like a haircut, please. I want it medium length with layers, and could you add bangs?
Sure. Would you like your hair washed first?
Yes, please. And can you style it using mousse?
Of course. I'll wash your hair and then cut it with layers and bangs. The mousse will add nice volume.
That felt quite natural. What do you suggest for learners to practice these phrases?
Practice repeating the role play several times. Also, try recording yourself and listen for pronunciation. The more you speak, the more confident you'll feel.
Good tip. Here's a question for our listeners. Have you ever felt confused ordering a haircut in English? What words do you find tricky?
We'd love to hear your experiences.
Before we go deeper, a quick reminder, we're saving the trickiest and most useful phrases for the end of this video, so stay with us.
Yes, the best is yet to come.
Now, Emily, some learners worry about asking for changes if they don't like the haircut afterward. How do you politely say that?
You can say, could you please trim a little more? Or, it's a bit shorter than I wanted. Can you fix it? Always be polite and clear.
That's useful for sure. Also, you can say, could you make the layers softer, or please blend the sides more. These phrases help you communicate exactly what you want.
And if you want to compliment your stylist, say, I love my new haircut. Thank you.
Positive language helps build connection.
Absolutely. Okay, time for our practice sentences. Repeat after me. I want a medium haircut with layers and bangs.
Please wash and condition my hair.
Can you style my hair with mousse to add volume?
Could you trim a little more on the sides?
I like my haircut. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. How are you feeling, listeners?
Keep practicing these phrases every day. The more you use them, the easier salon conversations will become.
That's it for Chapter 2. Ready to learn more about common questions and vocabulary?
Don't forget the key tips to answer tricky stylist questions are coming soon.
Stick around. See you in Chapter 3.
Bye for now.
All right, Emily, now that we've covered the basics, let's talk about some common questions stylists ask and how to answer them confidently.
Yes, this is an important part, James. Many learners get nervous when a stylist asks questions quickly or uses specific terms they don't know.
So true. Let's start with a common question. How do you usually style your hair?
This is your chance to tell the stylist about your daily routine. You can say, I usually wear my hair straight, or I like to keep it natural and wavy.
And if someone uses a product like gel or mousse every day, you can say, I usually use gel for a neat look, or I don't use any products, just air dry my hair.
Exactly. Another typical question is, do you want your hair washed now or later?
Sometimes learners get confused here. What should they say?
You can answer simply with, please wash it now, or I prefer to get it washed later. Or if you want no wash at all, say, no wash please, I just want to trim.
Good. Now, some stylists ask about length preference. How do we answer if someone says, do you want to keep the same length?
You can say, yes, just a little trim, or no, I want to shorten it by about 2 inches.
And what about very specific instructions like, do you want your sideburns trimmed?
Sideburns are the patches of hair at the sides of your face, near your ears. You can say, yes, please trim the sideburns, or no, leave the sideburns as they are.
Great explanation. Now, what if the stylist asks about neckline? That can be confusing.
The neckline is the hairline at the back of your neck. You might answer, please clean up my neckline, or leave the neckline natural.
Perfect. Let's do a quick quiz for listeners. If a stylist asks, do you want your neckline cleaned up? What would you say if you want a neat finish?
Remember to think in simple phrases like, yes, please clean it up, or no, leave it natural.
Now, Emily, what about when a stylist asks, do you want layers or a blunt cut?
We already talked about layers being hair cut at different lengths to add volume, and blunt meaning straight and even. You can respond with your preference, please add layers, or I want a blunt cut.
Sometimes learners struggle with describing hair volume. How can we express if we want more or less volume?
You can say, please add volume, or make it thinner, or I prefer less volume.
Very handy. And don't forget about texture. If you want your hair smooth or wavy, you can say, make it smooth, or add some waves.
Yes, and if you're unsure about the terms, just describe how you'd like it to look or feel.
Great advice. Let's try a practice conversation. I'll be the stylist, and you, Emily, will be the customer.
Okay.
How do you usually style your hair?
I usually air dry it and don't use products.
Do you want your hair washed now?
Yes, please wash it now.
How short do you want the cut?
Just trim the ends, please.
Do you want layers or a blunt cut?
I'd like layers to add volume.
Very smooth. Now, listeners, here's a question for you. Have you ever been asked these questions at the salon? Which ones do you find easiest or hardest to answer?
Show your thoughts in the comments so we can help you practice better.
Before we wrap this chapter, remember, the most difficult parts of salon conversations come next. We'll teach you how to sound confident answering unexpected or detailed questions.
Yes, stay with us to master every situation.
Let's do some quick practice before moving on. Repeat after me. I usually style my hair straight.
Please wash my hair now.
Trim my hair by 1 inch, please.
I want layers to add volume.
Please clean up my neckline.
Thank you. I love my haircut.
Fantastic. Keep practicing these sentences aloud.
It's all about repetition. The more you say it, the more comfortable you become.
That's the end of Chapter 3. Ready for the toughest phrases and tricky questions coming up?
Can't wait to help everyone sound like pros next.
See you in Chapter 4.
Bye.
Emily, now we're at the part where things can get a bit tricky. Those unexpected or detailed questions you might hear in a salon or barbershop.
Yes, James. Sometimes stylists use phrases or ask questions that can confuse learners. But don't worry, we'll break these down and give you the right responses.
Let's start with a question many learners struggle with. Do you want a wash and blow dry after your cut? What does that mean exactly?
Good question. It means they want to wash your hair and then dry it using the hair dryer to style it neatly. You can say, yes, please wash and blow dry if you want that. Or, no, just a cut today if you don't.
And what if the stylist asks, do you want me to texturize your hair?
Texturizing means thinning or shaping your hair to reduce bulk or add movement. If you want that, say, yes, please texturize. Or, no, I want to keep it thick.
Makes sense. Now, sometimes stylists ask, would you like a taper on the neckline?
A taper means the hair gets shorter gradually toward the neckline. You can respond, yes, I'd like a taper. Or, no, please leave it natural.
Great explanation. Here's a question for our listeners. Have you heard the word taper before in a haircut? What do you think it means?
We're curious to know if this is new for you.
Another tricky phrase is fade. The stylist might ask, do you want a low, mid, or high fade on the sides? What's the difference?
This means how high the hair shortens on the sides. Low fade starts near the ears, mid fade around the temple, and high fade near the crown. You can say, I want a mid fade, or low fade, please.
Now, Emily, stylists often ask, do you want your hair scissor cut or clipper cut?
Scissor cut is using scissors for a softer, more natural look. Clipper cut uses electric clippers for very short hair. You can say, scissor cut, please, if you want a gentle cut, or clipper cut for shorter styles.
Good distinction. Next, what about asking for a razor cut?
Razor cut means using a razor blade to make textured, layered cuts for movement. You might say, yes, I want a razor cut if you like that style.
Now, what if you want to explain your hair is curly or wavy and you want it cut specially?
You can say, I have curly hair, please cut it to keep the natural shape. Or, can you shape my wavy hair?
Perfect. Another question from stylists might be, do you want me to clean your ears and neckline?
Yes, this means cleaning the little hairs around your ears and neck. You can say, yes, please clean them. Or, no, thank you.
Now, let's dive into how to ask questions yourself in the salon.
That's important. For example, you might want to ask, how short will my hair be?
Or, can you show me with your fingers how much you will cut?
Or, do you recommend layers for my hair type? These questions show you care about your style.
Exactly. Being polite and clear helps both you and the stylist. Let's do a practice conversation with these tricky questions. I'll be the stylist again.
Ready?
Would you like a wash and blow dry after your cut?
Yes, please wash and blow dry my hair.
Do you want a low, mid, or high fade on the sides?
I want a mid fade, please.
Would you prefer a scissor cut or clipper cut?
Scissor cut, please.
Do you want me to clean your ears and neckline?
Yes, please clean them.
That went well. Now, listeners, which of these tricky phrases did you find new or difficult?
Let us know and we can explain more in future episodes.
Also, remember the best part is coming at the end. We'll teach you how to sound confident and natural no matter what the stylist asks.
We practicing the phrases we've covered so far.
Let's repeat some practice sentences together before we finish chapter 4.
Repeat after me. Yes, please wash and blow dry my hair.
I want a mid-fade on the sides.
Scissor cut, please.
Please clean my ears and neckline.
Can you show me how much you will cut with your fingers?
Excellent. You're doing great.
This will make your next salon visit much easier.
That's the end of chapter 4.
Ready for the final chapter where we wrap it all up and give you extra tips?
See you soon.
Bye for now.
Here we are, Emily, the final chapter. Let's review everything and add some extra tips to help our listeners feel confident at the salon or barbershop.
Yes, James, this chapter is all about polishing your skills, practicing naturally, and using what you've learned every time you visit.
We started with basic phrases like, I want a trim, and please add layers, then moved to answering detailed questions like, Do you want a taper or would you like a blow dry?
And don't forget those tricky phrases like texturize and fade. Knowing these will make your conversation with the stylist smooth and easy.
One big tip is to speak slowly and clearly. Stylists are used to helping people of all languages, so don't worry about making mistakes.
Exactly. It's better to try and ask questions than stay silent. For example, if you don't understand a word, just say, "Could you please explain that?"
Also, bringing a picture of your desired hairstyle can help a lot. You can say, "I want my hair like this," and show it on your phone.
Great idea. Pictures bridge language gaps perfectly.
Another tip is to use your hands to show how long or short you want your hair. You can say, "about this much," while showing with your fingers.
Listeners, practicing with a friend or in front of a mirror helps a lot. Try role playing as the customer and the stylist to build confidence.
Now, Emily, what about when you want to say thank you or compliment the stylist after your haircut?
You can say, "Thank you, I love my haircut," or "You did a great job." A smile with these words always feels nice.
Before we close, here's a final question for our listeners. Which part of salon English do you feel most confident about now? And which part will you practice next?
We'd love to hear your answers. Remember, your progress inspires us.
Okay, let's do a quick final review. Repeat these key phrases with us.
I'd like a trim, please.
Do you want layers or a blunt cut?
Please wash and blow dry my hair.
Can you make a mid-fade on the sides?
Thank you. I love my new haircut.
Fantastic. Keep practicing these daily.
And don't forget to enjoy the process. Visiting a salon is also a chance to speak English naturally and have fun.
If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Thanks so much for joining us today. Practice well and see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.